What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. Just want to show you some blooms that are starting to kick off over here. I got the Fairchild mango that is flowering for the first time. Actually, I think it may have flowered last year, but I think I just kicked off the blooms. Look at that. Beautiful. All the tops are starting to push out some more flowers in there. Oh, and this set of 3 right here is also pushing as well. So I haven't tasted this variety. Supposedly it's a little spicy, and we'll find out. I got the thermometer set up over here. That way I can monitor them inside and find out how hot this greenhouse is. I went ahead and hooked up a 5-gallon bucket with an aquarium heater to it. So it's kind of gonna act like a little bit of a hot tub, if you will. It's getting up to like 93 degrees, which, as long as there's some humidity in here, then everything should be all right. And so far so good. I got Mexico La Grande. It's flowering. This was my graft that I did. I think I've shown you all before, but that one's flowering. It's starting to open up real nice. And I got the Rosy Gold. This thing is always an early bloomer, and it's going off. It is young for me to go ahead and allow it to set some fruit. I will go ahead and watch it. I'll physically abort them once they go ahead and they hold. I'll let them get about gumball size, and then we'll go ahead and just twist them right off. But yeah, it's a little small. A Rosy Gold mango is an excellent one. Smaller, but the colors are really nice, and it's more of a firmer mango. It is one of my mom's favorites, and we had a larger tree planted out there, but last year in January it came over and took her down. So I'm really stoked to have another one as well. The Glen mango is also flowering pretty good. Well, pushing. It's starting to push in there. You got some of these that are starting to swell. So, and then you got Carrie back over here. Carrie is also pushing. Let me see if I can, yeah, you can see the tops there starting to open up. Carrie's starting to push. I got Malika back over here that's pushing right in there. Venus is still flowering. The Panicle is out there by itself. Kind of a jungle back in there. Everything's kind of tight, and I'm waiting to see what February throws at us, but trying to keep them nice and warm. Valkyrie, not looking like a whole lot of action, but I'm guessing that it may be a later bloomer, but we'll see. Keep monitoring them, keep checking them. Florgon is pushing some buds as well. See that? Florgon, which I haven't tasted either. Yeah, there's a better one there. Haven't tasted that one either, so that's going to be exciting. Supposedly it's a good one, good floral taste. And we'll see. Whatever holds. Just because the flowers come out doesn't mean that they're going to hold. I'm not spraying them. I don't hit them with copper. I don't hit them with anything. Organic fertilizer and love and patience. I will use some potash, if you will, to go ahead and give them some potassium. That way they will hold some fruit. But if it doesn't work, then back to the drawing board. I'm not going to hit them with anything hard. But to each his own. You do you in your area. I went ahead and put in the strawberry tree in here because this thing will crap out and in the cold, and it's still kicking out fruit. I mean, this thing has been producing non-stop this whole year. It is a workhorse of a tree. And the M4 is back over here starting to push out as well. I'm hoping that will turn into some panicles in there. But we shall see. It'd be awesome to have that one fruiting and flowering here. But everything's looking good. Yeah, I think those could be flowers there. See that? Yeah. Everything's looking good over here in the new greenhouse, and we're rocking and rolling. We're hitting 34 tomorrow night. So a lot of this fruit will be coming off. They were projecting 31 degrees the other day for tomorrow night, basically Sunday morning. So what I did is I remulched a lot of my lines in here. even though it is pretty warm up here on the northern side, I noticed that there's a Barbados cherry, which isn't a fan of the cold, but if you go ahead and you pile up a bunch of mulch in there, water it in real nice, then it would actually insulate it. The Suriname cherry, same deal. Even the nectarine got some mulch, but I just piled it up, and once it's done, then I'll kind of spread it out, but some will actually, I'll just leave. The yellow Grumi Chama, and put like 5 inches on there, kind of tucked it around, but then later on I'll go ahead and pull it all back and make it a little bit smoother. If not, you're just going to bury your stuff. Passion fruit went ahead and got it on both sides over here and on this side, and I'm not cleaning up any of this dead stuff yet, just because I am waiting for this little freeze or frost event to go ahead and pass through, and still got February, so all this will act like an armor, but it's still sending off some fruit over here. They're still ripening up. Got a few on the vine here. Got that one. Ooh, that one there. They're all scattered in here, but they're still green. They're not turning purple. What I've noticed is in the summertime, I think it's because of the heat, they will change colors really nicely. Now they fall off and they're still somewhat green, a little bit of color, but they're not as, man, there's another one there. They're just hiding like little Easter eggs. It is fun. But yeah, right now it's the second clutch of the year, and then once it takes a little bit of a break, I'll go ahead and extend it out, trim it all up, make it look nice for springtime. So mulch all the way through here. Well, kind of left that. If I didn't have anything major, I just got Baldo and a white mulberry right here, and that can take the cold, so I left that. Pigeon peas are going nuts. They're flowering. Picked off some green ones the other day, so we'll be making something. But mulch. You gotta have it, man. Now even the pomelo got some mulch in there. Avocados that took over there. Plantain, I have to, because I'm not going to be able to wrap it up, but it is up here on the north side. I have it tucked up against this fence over here, so I'm hoping that it will hold. It's Puerto Rican plantain, and they're pretty hard to find up here, so I'm trying to hang on to it. We'll be making some more beds over here later on. Well, the Casa's got mulch in here, even the Santol, which shouldn't be growing, but it's hanging in there and it's growing. Will we ever get fruit? They say about 7 years after it comes back from seed. And this thing took a hit last year, froze down, and popped right back up. So if it holds, it holds. Kerry star fruit, I will be yanking off some of these tomorrow, just to see what's gonna happen, because yeah, all these have to either come off, or at least 50% either come off, or they are gonna freeze a little bit. I don't know how the temp will affect the flavor, but we will find out. I even thought about just wrapping them up, but we'll see. I will be selling a lot more of these this year. These are delicious, and they still not ripe yet. I mean, they got to turn nice and yellow, but they are super sweet. I'm wait until tomorrow to go ahead and pick those. But yeah, everything got some good mulch, and we're rocking and rolling. Threw in a bunch of kale seeds that's popping up in here. Everything's working in there. We got some rain last night, so it's all right. And then in here, I got a lot of work this year. Went ahead and put some mulch right over top of the longevity spinach. I figured I gotta keep the Valencia Pride nice and warm. It's the only one that actually grew back from the graft. So I will be wrapping this one up. 34 is not freezing, but it's cold enough that, you know, it'll take some of these top branches off. Who knows? But it's looking pretty healthy up here. I would have figured to be pushing out some panicles right now, but nothing yet. And for Valencia Pride, It's not as vigorous as I would think, but we shall see. Yeah, mulch all the way through here. Even the fig got some mulch because I figured it's going to take a while before that breaks down. So, red pomelo got a nice mound on it. It's looking nice and green. Can't wait to taste that one. I figured the longevity acts like a sponge, if you will. It will go ahead and die back down, but it is a perennial, so it'll come right back up. Some of these shoots are super long, but I figured, you know, if I go ahead and come out here and wet it real nice, that it will go ahead and keep everything nice and warm in the morning. So we shall see. Got the Myers lemon looking good, new growth on it. It didn't give us any flowers this year, but hopefully next year it'll kick off. Mulch, mulch, mulch. Cherry of the Rio Grande, got some on there. And this thing is putting on a show. I just realized that the irrigation was off on it, so it wasn't getting as much water as it should. But this year it should kick off, and it's one of those cherries that supposedly do very well up here. I haven't tasted it yet. It's just some of the seedlings that popped up, more than likely turpentine. But yeah, everything is looking good. Thanking the Lord that we're not getting a freeze this weekend like we were expecting. I was freaking out because I hate losing stuff, you know. I got PTSD from January last year. We got down to 26 and a lot of this stuff, you know, look crispy this time of year, but so far so good. Life is good. It's Friday. Get out there and do something. Plant a seed. Drop a tree in the ground. 'Tis the season. Love y'all. Later.